Well, what do you think? I think this is the best knife in the world for under 170 bucks, or really close to that. I mean, I was really surprised when it first came out. I think they were asking $230 for this crazy thing. And you know what? I was thinking it's worth it too. And then I looked at the site just the other day. Check this out. I'll give you a link to all this. Geoknife. Geoknife? What the hell? What's that got to do with Kubey? Because that's part of it. That's their like bargain run. But this is what I'm talking about. KB. So you've got KB knives. You've got Geoknives, and then you've got Kubey knives. So you've got 3 different brands. Did you know that? Okay, so there's a Kubey knife site, but that's got Kubey knives. Then the Geoknife site has the Kubey knives, the KB knives, and the Geoknives. So this little sucker here is only $169.99, save 150 bucks over their original full MSRP of $319, but they were listed at 230 something dollars, like $240 on AliExpress. They were still not available in the US, but I'm going to update you on that because I did get mine from China. Okay, I got mine from China and I did not get it shipped from the US. Now, they will be in stock in the US shortly. Oh, and man, what a knife. This is Jelly Jerry design. Jelly Jerry, if you don't know who he is, wake up, damn it. He's done a bunch of different designs for different people. I think Concept Knives. I can't remember if he did some for Kaiser and others, you know, and of course Tucson Knives. He's done a bunch for them and really damn good ones. I mean, people chasing his designs, folks. And this one, this is a hoss. I mean, this is so cool. When I saw this first, I mean, this was months ago, and I was going, oh my God, I got to have this knife. I got to have this knife. Check it out. Look at the pocket clip. Oh yeah, no screws from the outside, but from the inside. We'll take this apart, by the way, but it's got the KB logo on the front. This is S35VN. It's, yeah, and it's, I was thinking maybe M390 there for a minute, but S35VN, which is good. It's fine. Kind of a bead blast type of finish on this blade. Number 53, apparently. Really, really love the overall design of this. Got some big, heavy jimping up here, but it's a chunky blade, but it's not that heavy. Of course, you know, you can see all the cutout on here. So ounces, 6.35. For as chunky as it is, 180 grams. Okay, so it's not a lightweight king, but whew, I mean, it is all that in your hand. It fills your hand out. Got this front choil here, and oh wow, yeah. Okay, it's sharp, really sharp. Comes in this box here, comes in a pouch as well. So, so inside the box is the notorious Kubey, or in this case, KB pouch, okay, with microfiber cloth. I think they stuck a couple of $100 bills in there, but I've already spent them. Yeah, I guess they're all gone. Wife must have stole them. But I mean, it's really cool. You know, these pouches are, ooh, they're tough. May not be your favorite, you know, pattern of camo, but I really don't care as long as you give me a pouch and a pretty nice box here. It's not bad. So that's good. And a knife. And no, I guess it's not that much of a lightweight. Check that out. Ooh, baby, that's like 50%, isn't it? Easy to disengage, even though they didn't do, you know, there's not much differential in height there, but, you know, there's a little machining there. Watch that. Just over the D-tap ball like pronto mundo. Just like that. Watch it. It just walks around. Look at that. Yeah. And can you middle finger flick it? Yes, you can. I mean, I'll tell you what. I didn't want to tell you this. I guess I will now. I've got two of them. Yeah, so I got one I'm going to carry and one I'm going to keep in a drawer. But that's how much I like it. I really do. Just check this action out on this knife. And let's take a chunk at it right here and see what we got. 14.1, 0.55. It's not that horribly thick. And you're going to be right at 4mm blade stock. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, you are. But really tall, flat grind. This nice fuller running along here. I don't know. I think this is my favorite Jelly Jerry design. There's just so much to like about it. You can run your lanyard through here, and it's really pops, you know, with this teal color on this titanium. And let's grab the magnet. And what are we holding on to? Hold on. We got anything? I thought I felt something. It fell off, whatever it is. Maybe there's a little bit of steel on that pass-through. But other than that, it's not magnetic at all. This is all titanium hardware across here. This is one of the best ones that Kubey's done in their high-end range. And they do a lot of really interesting knives and designs. And of course, yeah, they've had Jelly Jerry do some others. And take a look. But wow, nice, isn't that? Centered up, no blade plate, no lock rock. That thing is solid. And you've got this nice choil you can jump up on like this. Ergos in the hand, plenty of room. And, well, I mean, talk about plenty of room. Let's see what the overall is. And yeah, you're not a 4-inch blade, but you're over 3.3. You're about 100 millimeters long on the blade there. And that is, you know, about 3.8, 3.85 overall. And look at that, 8 3/4 overall length. Just a bit over 22 millimeters long. I mean centimeters, sorry. Centimeters long. So, you know, plunge looks symmetrical. Internal blade stop, you know, you can see that rolling right around. This is a fidget factor that is a lot of fun here. And unfortunately, it's no left-hand carry here. And also, no, it's not a small, it's not a lightweight gent carry either. But I think you're going to be forgiving it for the shortcomings of being a bit chunky and a bit heavy, because that kind of builds a lot of charm into this knife. Really, I don't think this knife would be as attractive to me if it was super lightweight or gent carry. This is to be what it is to be, which is a tough guy, a thick, chunky, but not that chunky, but it feels like it. It comes off that way to me, you know. But man, the action on this thing is incredible. When I take this apart, I would expect it to have multi-row ceramic bearings, but I don't think it does. But it acts like it. I mean, it just has this wonderful action to it. The backspacer is nice, and how this whole thing flows. You know what I mean? Out here, And this comes together, the backspacer being part of what's going on there, the pocket clip being deep carry basically, even though it's a nicely machined, well done titanium pocket clip, and how they fashioned this fuller here, front and back, okay, to balance that design. And check this out too. Yeah, you got jimping here, you got jimping up here. This is definitely a knife to chase as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I put my hands on a lot of things. Wee knives, ZT, you know, Riot, that kind of thing. And this knife stacks up. It stacks up. Try it out, see what you think. For $169.99, I mean, woo, a lot of these competitors that I'm talking about are $100 to $150 or $200 more. So wow, that's crazy good. And you know, take a look at the front. How much billboarding you got? None. On the back, yeah, you got his maker's mark, and then that little number there, and the blade steel. Other than that, you're in good shape. That is a blast. Everything's on board. Ergos are good. Reverse grip feels good. And man, that's just a handful. That's a truck handful of craziness, isn't it? I mean, it's just, you know, your industrial strength here. This thing is just beastly, yet not that bad. As far as, you know, the balance is pretty good too. Blade to handle length. Well, okay. I mean, you can look right there. You're there. I mean, you're there. Any longer and you could probably touch that with your finger, but you're not in any danger of touching the blade back here. And of course, a nice bass spacer finishes it off. The flipper tab, it's what it needs to be. It's not too much. Okay, any more and maybe I'd bitch, but nah, I'm not gonna bitch about it. Really flows right up here and onto that flipper tab that's got jimping in the front, jimping on top. Intuitive and easy, and not that strong a detent, which really makes it just click out, just with just kind of a whisper of a pull. Here it goes. You know, I mean, that I like mine with a little less detent in them, because especially finger flick, you know, thumb flick, you're gonna do that and wow, oof, that's just nice. Oh, and no, it didn't do that. That was another knife. But this one has behaved itself so far. I mean, take a look around. Fit and finish is really nice. You can see where they've kind of angled or chamfered here and there in different places. Machined little area out here for you to get and in and disengage that lock bar. But really, they've done a good job. This is really smooth. I was so impressed when I got this out of the box. Of course, I was dreaming about it for months, and then I got it out of the box. But you know what? It fulfilled all my expectations from looking at the design to having it in hand. There's no letdown at all. I was just thrilled to have it, and and both the knives I have the identical kind of action here. Just so nice. Enough to drive your wife crazy while you're flipping it in the living room watching sports. And it's centered up. It's just, you know, there's no shenanigans here. No blade play, no lock rock, no issues at all. Well, let's see how we're going to take this apart. We're not going to go in from the front, but I'll bet all these are number 8s. And yes, they are. They look stout, though. The hardware looks stout. Okay, let's pop this off. And that goes. Now let's see about these. Okay, you're gone. They feel good. I mean, the hardware feels solid and positive in the threads. And there goes that one too. And they look like the same size, so we're good there. Let's see what we got for, yeah, there's no magnetism here, nothing. Okay, so that's probably titanium. Of course, you know, it's anodized, so I would assume. So, and let me see if I have to do anything else to pull this apart. And no, it doesn't feel like it. It just comes apart. Okay, so there's your screw that's holding that pocket clip in. That's nice and simple and well done. You got your stainless steel washer here. And there's your washer. It looks fine from this side. It does look a little like there was a scratch or, well, okay, a little bit of a kind of a scar on it from that side, which was facing the bearings. Sure didn't feel like a problem. Okay, we're good. Over travel stop, all that. That'll work. And ceramic bearings. And there they go. And yeah, looks pretty doggone clean. And there we go with the detent track. And that looks fine. Internal stop. Internal track. And your washer on that side. So what keeps this little sucker from rotating? Or does anything keep it from rotating? I guess not. So this is just really simple, primitive type stuff. This is just, there's nothing to this. You got, you know, you've got your bearings and just your hardware washer pivot. There's your back spacer there. Okay, so you could take that off if you wanted to. I don't want to. I just wanted to kind of see what was inside. And yeah, I mean, I don't see anything keeping this from turning, so I would be careful using any thread locker on the other side on that pivot, because yeah, then you could lock the whole thing and turn it, and you've got no way to really stabilize this. So that, okay, there's my criticism, I guess. Because, yeah, it would have been nice had they done a D shape. And I'm not seeing that they did. So I ain't that blind. So I'm going to center this myself, you know, like that. Otherwise, if they had it notched correctly, it would center itself and it would stay there. So let's put a little bit of lube on there. Kick this in place. Bearings. More lube. And, oh, yeah, well, here's our washer. I guess we could just stick it on top. And we're good. We should be good. And it looks like we are. Okay. And we've got our pivot. And I don't want to turn that logo, but we're good and centered on that. And the hardware. The scale screws, whatever. And I think we're done. Let's see. Well, we look centered. Yeah. Maybe gave it a little less of a guillotine effect. Yeah. Now, do we have any play? Nope. Nice. All right, we're back with the Kubey 290 Atlas. Okay, the Atlas from Jelly Jerry. Wow, very, very nice. I'm really impressed. Really like this knife. This is definitely a keeper. Definitely a keeper. Yeah, my big bitch, of course, if they would have done a D-shaped pivot, it would secure this, make sure that you'd never turn the pivot, and it also center where this logo is to make sure you wouldn't be off when you reassembled the knife. But it came back together fine. All right, I'm going to leave you to it, but wow, that is one hoss of a knife, and a good one at that. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.